Hey everybody, welcome back to the Half Hour of Power. I am Joe. Brandon is here.
Yo, yo, Joe. What do you know?
How you doing, Brandon? You still having fun watching this life-sucking, soul-sucking, nutrient H2O sucking show? Yes, you are. I can tell by the look on your face. You are so pumped up and excited. So this is it's an Acolyte episode we're doing right now, and this is episode.
Three.
It sounds like it feels like we've been watching this show forever because this is such a slog to watch. This is such.
Uh,
Within the first like 10 seconds, I was yelling at the screen.
10 seconds, huh?
So you were like 2 seconds yelling at the screen,
It took me to hit,
play, and you were yelling at the screen.
yeah, to hit play to, how you have to psych yourself up to do something?
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically what.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, this is episode 4 billion or something.
Hope not.
Okay. So this this is episode 7. Oh, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The next episode is the last episode, and hopefully the last time we will ever allow Leslie Headland to create any show or even write anything. Man. Okay. So what's this episode about, Brandon? Do you think it's about anything?
I want to say it's episode.
Of course, you're right. It's not about anything. Absolutely, but
episode
IMDb blah 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 blah. I can't even say the name right. I'm all. IMDb has a plot synopsis for this episode. Are you ready?
for what? It's the
You
same.
ready? You ready?
Go ahead. Go. Yeah.
You ready to hear this? This is season 1. Season 1, episode 7. The Choice. Wait, I'm sorry. It's not called The Choice. It's called Choice. My bad. Choice. A bitter truth is revealed. Bitter truth. That is the plot synopsis for this. This goes back in time, again,
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
The Huey Lewis and the News reference again. The Acolyte does it. And we get to see what happened on the planet with mountains that catch on fire from the Jedi perspective.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was amazing. I mean, the first bit was so awesome. You got Trinity standing back there, Carrie on Moss. You got Master Saul like picking up stuff and throwing it in a box. And there must have been some kind of a sale somewhere. They must have stopped at an Ollie's or a Big Lots and picked up some metal detectors. And they're just the other Jedi are in the background trying to detect something. Like, what are they doing? What did you think about this episode, Brandon? You loved it. Um, yeah. Brandon just sent me the middle finger emoji on my text. So, and oh, he sent it in the chat too. Thanks, Brandon. uh, I just sent you a middle finger text back, and let me put that in the chat for you. Middle finger emoji. There you go. So And we have to do that because we can't really send middle finger emojis to Lucasfilm, even though they would send us middle finger emojis because we said, I don't like your show. I think your show is poorly written. You! Eve, there's a big middle finger emoji right there on Brandon's screen. Okay, so they're running around, and you finally find out that they're looking for a divergence in the Force because
On a planet.
on this planet, because this planet is supposed to be dead, but Khan flew Bly in the Reliant and deployed the Genesis device to make sure that it would work so he could bring back his wife.
I'm telling you, how to
Pretty
start.
soon, Khan is going to land on the other side of the planet and see if it brought back his wife. Is that not what was happening, Brandon?
Dude, some of Star Trek references I don't even know anymore.
So, yeah, apparently this was a dead planet, and somehow the Jedi, who are supposed to be able to use the Force, again, you know, I guess I haven't learned yet that this show doesn't, they don't know how to write it. I don't
They
know.
never read none of the source material.
You got that right. So they're like, oh,
Or
again, the Wookiee, again, just to go to the Wookiee again, he's doing more mechanical, electronic stuff because he's got to do metal detecting and find, I don't know what they're doing, but anyway,
nobody.
this is hurting, Brandon. This is really hurt to talk this much about this show. So, this was your idea to do this show.
Wow. Okay.
This was your. I mean, you're the big Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Wars fan, but you're a bigger Star Wars fan than me, and you were really excited about the show.
I was not excited about this show.
I could tell you're hurt by this show being bad. But anyway.
It's so mean.
Anyway, they can't figure out that. I don't know how many witches there are.
50.
There's a coven of witches who can use the Force.
50 witches.
Who can use the Force, and they can't sense Force-sensitive people. They can't sense like 50 Force-sensitive people.
Not Force-sensitive.
Thread-sensitive people.
Oh.
Oh.
They must use a different type of Force.
They're all using the Force. I don't give a hell what Disney calls it. It's the frickin' Force. So they can't sense those. And here's another thing, Brandon. There's a giant mountain, and we were making jokes about middle finger emojis earlier. That looks like a giant middle finger sticking up in the. Why couldn't they see that giant mountain? Because Master Torben, who is a whiny little baby who needs to be smacked across his face,
and he got it,
is crying about wanting to go to Coruscant.
Technically, I want to go home.
And I can't figure about why he wants to go to Coruscant until I remembered the Master Torben is played by the same actor who played Tommen from Game of Thrones. And Tommen really liked to get with his wife. Can't blame the guy. So I'm guessing, and because his wife died, he committed suicide in the Game of Thrones. So I'm guessing now he's got some kind of a hooker at a brothel that he likes to see, and he really wants to get back to Coruscant so he could mount that brothel. He could get inside that brothel and mount it. You're not buying this? I am. They killed the guy. He committed suicide. That's what else does he want? He's crying. He's not even from Coruscant. He's out in this peaceful woods looking for divergence, and he's crying about it, and she won't smack him across his face. I don't know. Yes, he should have been, but anyway. And he cries that they've been there for 6 weeks, 7 weeks. And then all of a sudden, Master Saul is going to go walk somewhere else, and he just happens upon the two kids abusing animals in the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got to be close to the mountain, but they can't see the mountain. Bottom line, there's like 54 sensitive people there that live in that giant mountain, and there's lights on it. And they didn't notice that was there. Their camp can't be that far from there. They have a ship that can fly around the freaking planet.
It's called common sense, Joe.
So these writers don't have any of it.
No common sense, not whatsoever.
They allowed this show to go out. So here we go. Master Saul follows the little girls, and he's like, I guess he really wants a Padawan because Trinity he chastises him because he wants a Padawan, and so you don't have a Padawan.
Wait, did you just call her Trinity?
I don't remember her name in this show, but it's Trinity. So he decides, here's another Game of Thrones thing. He decides that the best way to get in there is to climb the mountain. So he's climbing the wall.
Yeah.
Instead of like making himself float up there, he decides to climb.
So this is the funny thing. Jedis do have like a jump, force jump. And
so he climbed.
He jumped from there all the way to the top, but he could have
jumped, right?
Yeah,
when he gets up there and infiltrates it, oh my God. He gets in there and he spies on them. And he figures everything out. They're these, oh my God, this is really hurting me.
It's such a mystery. What happened to the mystery part? What happened to that?
Well, that was over in the first 2 episodes.
Oh, I thought it was
okay, so it's just so bizarre. He follows him around, then he goes back and he tells Trinity about it, and she doesn't give a flying crap about it. He tells her there's something off about it. She doesn't care. She thinks that and I was tired of this line too, where she says, do not confuse your feelings. Don't confuse what you want with what she wants. Master Saul, you Padawan-less Jedi piece of crap. Go walk around the planet and look for this divergence.
You notice that he's supposed to be a master too, but she was kind of like the one in charge.
Yeah, she was the one in charge, and I don't know why they think they have to call the High Council. I mean, they could call the High Council, but to take action, they couldn't just, oh crap, something's really wrong. But anyway, they decide to go infiltrate the place, and they have the Wookiee Jedi opens up the door and gets him in. So the only thing they can figure out to do with the Wookiee again is to have him do electronic things.
Oh crap! Did I do that?
Yeah, you might as well put that up. So they get in there, and we've seen all this before. Hey, so, oh my gosh.
I got one for you. So the tool that he used? Did you look at the tool that the Wookiee was using?
Yeah, it was a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah. Okay. It's the same robotic tool that Osha has. So most likely he's going to pass that on to her as a companion.
Osha's going to be a Doctor Who companion? All right. I can dig it.
Don't doubt it. There we
go. So they break in there and you get that whole garbage and all that other crap. And then they leave. And then they get to test them. Now the witches know where the camp. I mean, we've seen all this crap before.
It's episode 3.
It's just from their perspective, but you get to see Saul whining about wanting to save the girls and the other Jedi. Dingus Jedi just wants to go back to Coruscant so he can go back to his brothel. Trinity doesn't give a crap about a divergence in the Force because they figure. They test the midichlorians. It takes them like 5 days or something to get this midichlorian test back. And when they figure out that even though in episode 1 they get it like instantaneously, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are like, oh my gosh, this kid's midichlorian count is off the charts. But no, over here it takes them like 17 days to get that back. And when they find out that those two girls are the divergents in the Force, Trinity still want to do anything, but Saul and Dingus Jedi want to go do something.
Well, he wanted to do it more.
Yeah, he just kind of followed him around because he figured if we go figure this out, we can go home. Yeah, we can go home, and you can go back to your brothel.
Did you see the special effects in there like really crappy for it to be $180 million budget on this show?
I think so. Yeah, this
Okay.
doesn't make any sense for it to cost this much. This is ridiculous. They obviously didn't spend it on the writers. So where the hell did the money go? I mean, it looks subpar at best. The writers are not writers. Yeah, granted, you can't spend the whole episode like that. You've got to jump in here.
Okay, well, see, here's the problem. Okay, because see, I'm really sick of this show.
I'm sick of it too. But we've got to finish. We've got to trudge on. We've got to carry on. We've got to put our heads down and power through it.
Well, see, here's the problem. You are using Star Wars for a platform for your political views. 1. 2.
Wait, who is that? Leslie Headland or Disney as a whole?
Well, it's both technically.
Yeah, both. Absolutely, yes.
And then you're looking at these writers who wrote this story and the creator who assisted with this story does not make any sense at all. It's supposed to be some type of mystery, but not really a mystery.
Yeah, there's no mystery.
2, you negate canon.
Yep.
So canon things. 3, you not using all source material because none of the writers, none of the actors even seen Star Wars or read anything about Star Wars. 2nd, you have a Padawan.
Oh, there we go.
About he wants to go home. Then you got Jedis that are botanists now because they studying grass and leaves and looking for minerals on a planet that you're copying off of Star Trek because of a hyperspace incident that killed everything on the planet. But then there's a diversion in the Force, which you don't even know what a diversion in the Force means because it's stupid. And you're a Jedi. You should be able to sense other Force. It's like watching Highlander when another immortal can sense another immortal. Darth Vader said, I feel something I haven't felt in years. He was on the freaking Death Star.
Yes, he sensed. You're saying he sensed another Force sensitive, Force user there.
Right. Luke said, I cannot go. My father will sense me. Oh, what did he do? Son, father, what? Like,
absolutely. So we got a. Oh my God, yeah. So you're saying, and I think your examples are like perfect. If these idiot writers did the simple task of just watching the first Star Wars, they would have got a decent idea of how the Jedi work.
Now, they did
just from that very first movie.
They did say this, Joe. They didn't say midichlorian counts. They said
M.
And that's okay. That's okay.
That's not okay. Screw them.
Well, I didn't like the midichlorian thing anyway, but
I don't like it. I don't like it either. But screw them for doing that.
Man, it's better than saying midichlorians. How about that?
They should have said midichlorians because they've done some. I'm sorry, man. I don't like the midichlorians, but the stuff they've done in this is way stupider than midichlorians. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's the M count, which was pretty cool. So
stupid. Don't you defend this show.
It's-
Okay, so anyway, we get to see the head witch
yeah.
seduce that dingus Jedi, the whiny little baby who just wants to go home.
Yeah.
So I mean, she was gonna be one of his partners. She was seducing. So we got to see what he was seeing, and he was like, "Man, I can't wait to get back and get to my brothel. I'm gonna dress up one of my whores like you." Yeah, Brendan, I went there because I think they were thinking that. I do. I can't prove that, but
Why?
they put it in there. The last episode, they had skinny dipping. He was trying to seduce her with his skinny dipping ways and flexing his buns right there. What do you think they're doing here? She's like walking around him all seductive like. If Grace Jones had played her, she would have picked him up, thrown him to the floor, and had her way with him.
Which one, in Conan or Boomerang?
In this one, if Grace Jones was in this and playing that part, that's what she would have done.
Well, you know.
Okay, so anyway, we get to see them go there and try to save the girls, and Trinity's upset because she doesn't want to save the girls because she's a nutball because she's written badly, and
I wonder if she really was thinking why am I even in this show?
maybe she was. She kind of had that look about her, like I don't want to be in this show, but you know what? Whatever. I could sleepwalk through it. Then you have this. They can't think of anything to do with this Wookiee, but have him be so weak-minded, so feeble-minded that he can be controlled and possessed by. How many women possessed him? They controlled him, and he bit Master Torgan's face off.
Joe.
Well,
50 women.
All right, so 50 of these women were possessing this Wookiee, and he had to do a lightsaber fight with Master Bing Bop, and he scarred him for life, and Master Saul was fighting him, and all of this fun stuff. And then Trinity gets there and pulls a Neo and breaks the connection, and I guess she blew up their brains like I've been wanting something to happen. I guess they're all dead.
Oh, you forgot a part.
She killed them, but we got to get to the end of this because.
No, but you forgot a part.
I know I forgot a part. But we got to get to the end where we were discussing earlier. Hold on, we'll get back to it. The part where Master Saul is so weak and feeble and pathetic and such a crappy force user, he can't hold two things up at the same time.
He did. He held up the bridge.
No.
At the same time.
He's running over there and he can't levitate the two chicks.
No, because
Ocean, man, he can't levitate both of those. Is that's how pathetic these Jedi? I mean, we know they're pathetic, but yeah, I mean,
he killed their mother, so he can't be too pathetic.
Oh yeah, we forgot the mother part. So the mother turns into a big black smoke monster, which automatically you need to kill that smoke monster.
A smoke monster?
I saw Lost. I know smoke monsters are bad.
I didn't see Lost.
But he's all upset about this, and they're mad at the Jedi, and the Jedi didn't really do anything. They're really trying hard to make the Jedi evil, but they're trying to take these girls. They didn't know what was going to happen to the girls. They didn't forcibly take the girls. One of the girls wanted to go willingly, and as far as we know, they were going to allow the other girl to stay there, but the mother was going to let the girl go. I don't understand what he's so upset about and why Trinity was like, yeah, they could sacrifice those chicks. I don't care if they sacrifice those little girls. And they figure out that the girls were made by the Force, right? They're the divergents, and that was...
Yeah, there was the same conscious. So they're the same person but split in two. That's what basically they came out with. So they're not identical twins, which they're definitely not identical twins.
Okay, I can't do it anymore.
So
I can't do it, Brandon. this is one of the stupidest, most badly written episodes. And the whole show is badly written, but this is like the worst for me. This is one of the stupidest, most inept, idiotic episodes of anything I've ever seen. And I'm going to say this publicly now. I don't think we've said this yet. Little Jimmy Cameron's Avatar movies are better written than this.
You know what?
They are. You know it.
And the thing about it is, you're so right.
I mean,
hate Avatar with a passion.
Neither one of us like Avatar, and we don't think it's well written. But if you just compare the two objectively and or like looking at Avatar, actually makes sense in what it's doing with its story and what it's trying to do. This doesn't make any damn sense at all.
No. Sometimes I feel like I want to cry.
We should. I mean, that's one of the reasons where I was like, maybe we should do this episode because this show.
I just want to cry.
I've said a lot. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I like Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars. I appreciate Star Wars. Yeah. But I'm not one of those big diehard, I have to see everything and do everything and read everything Star Wars.
Yeah, sure.
And what they've done with this, I don't think they can course correct this.
No, there's no saving.
I don't think they can save it. I think they've, and it's obvious, they've intentionally done this with piece of crap filmmakers like Rian Johnson, who is a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
I will not watch a Rian Johnson film for reasons I've talked about before. He should have been fired immediately when he said some of the stupid crap he said. Fired him. All
of them should be. I don't care if actor, even the freaking producers. All of them need to be.
Yeah, they should all be gone. This is a sin. It's not forgivable. Maybe the movie God will forgive them someday. Maybe this can be course corrected someday, but I don't think it'll happen in our lifetime. Star Wars is screwed for the rest of our lives.
George Lucas, he didn't know.
No, how was he supposed to know that was going to happen like that? But anyway, we're done.
Blame him. I can't blame him for that because he didn't know. He thought that he was leaving it in good hands. Like he said, I'm giving it to Disney because they will continue to, make good Star Wars movies. And I mean, I know he regrets it for putting Kathleen Kennedy at the head of the place, but what can?
Yeah,
the forces.
So, I am looking forward to the last episode being over and maybe it being like 5 minutes long. That'd be great.
Yeah, and all episodes seem like they got super short all of a sudden, didn't it?
Well, they've all been like under 40 minutes.
Way under. They're basically 30 minutes.
I think maybe there was one that was 48 minutes, maybe. But I'd have to look that up. But I'm not going to look it up. Somebody else will look it up. Tell me. But they've all been pretty short, and we can tell why, because there's nothing in them. They're crap.
There's nothing to hold you on the edge of your seat. There's no cliffhanger at the end of none of them.
No. But anyway, that's enough of this garbage episode. The bitter truth is revealed is the plot synopsis. I don't think they can hide it anymore. The bitter truth is right there. This is crap. They didn't know what they were doing. And I hope they lose their whatever it is. I hope they lose a lot of money off this.
Oh, they already do. They lost money.
All right. Brandon, what should people do if they like what we're doing?
If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow us on iTunes and Spotify. And also follow us on our other streaming channel, Rumble.
All right. We'll talk to y'all next time.
Later, guys.